Welcome back to the Enigmatic Universe. I'm Clifton3D, and today is Sunday. That means we are reading Genesis chapter 14 and 15. Now, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into reading the Sunday Bible stories. As always, we are reading the King James Online Study Bible. It seems to be working. Everyone enjoys it. So let's go ahead and get into Genesis chapter 14. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar, Erchoch, king of Elasar, Chedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tidal, king of nations, that these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and with Bersha, king of Gomorrah, Sinup, king of Admah, and Shembember, king of Simboium, and the king of Bela, which is Zoar. All these were joined together in the vale of Siddim, which is the salt sea. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer and the kings that were with him, and smote the Raphaims in Ashtaroth Karnaim, and the Susims in Ham, and the Imims in Shaveh Kiriatim, and the Horites in their Mount Sire unto Elparan, which is by the wilderness. And they returned and came to En-Mishpat, which is Kadesh, and smote all of the country of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites that dwelt Hazatamar. And there went out the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Amad, and the king of Admah, and the king of Simboium, and the king of Bela, the same is Zoar. And they joined battle with them in the vale of Siddim, with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, and with Tidal, king of nations, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Ariosh, king of Elasars, 4 kings with 5. And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits. And the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, and fell there. And they that remained fled to the mountain. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their faculties, and went their way. And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. And there came one that had escaped, and told Abram, the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and brother of Enar. And these were confederate with Abram. And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants, born into his own house, 318, and pursued them unto Dan. And he divided himself against them, he and his servants, by night, and smote them, and pursued them unto Hobah, which is on the left hand of Damascus. And he brought back all the goods, and also brought again his brother Lot, and his goods, and the women also, and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, and of the kings that were with him, at the valley of Saveh, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him, and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him teethus of all. And the king of Sodom said unto Abram, Give me the persons, and take the goods to thyself. And Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have lift up mine hand unto the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take from thread even to a shoe lasset, and that I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shallest say, I have made Abram rich, save only that which the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men which went with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Memorah. Let them take their portion. All right, so that was chapter 14. Very interesting. This is the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. I know that they are two cities, and that the history behind it is that they went corrupt, evil, pedophilia was rampant, and things like that. So that's very interesting. Let me know what you thought. They went to war, they went to battle, and they were brothers. So, hey, let me know what you think. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into chapter 15 and see how it continues. All right, this is chapter 15 of Genesis. After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this, Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, and one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth a board, and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees, to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, Take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another. But the birds divided he did not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcass, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell unto Abram. And lo, an honor of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them. And they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation, whom they shall serve, will I judge. And afterwards shall they come out with great substance. Thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in the good old age. But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again. And for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. And the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, and the Kenizzites, and the Cadmonites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Rephaims, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. All right, that was chapter 15 of Genesis. Very interesting. We are leading up to the point where they will be moving to Egypt, and I think that's coming next, I believe, if I remember correctly. Anyway, it's very interesting to know what's going on. Let me know your thoughts about this, and I guess that's it for today. I wish you all a great Sunday. Enjoy it. Have a blessed Sunday. Until next time. Remember to hit that like button because, well, you know, likes are like cookies for YouTubers. We just can't resist them. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribing is like adopting a virtual unicorn. And who wouldn't want a majestic creature like that in their lives? So join the party, hit the subscribe button, and keep following. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep those tinfoil hats closed. You never know when they might come in handy. Until our next extraordinary adventure, this is Clifton3D signing off. Stay weird, my friends.